Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CNT podcast. My name is Tommy Terrio.
His name is Tommy Terrio.
And that guy's name is Justin Yarmark. Hey, I didn't see the shirt. All I saw was the yellow. Love that shirt. Long live the king.
He lurks.
Long live the king.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. You know what? Screw it. I've already shown this card before, but I'm changing card of the week. Calling another audible on the spot,
Okay.
just like last week. He liked it last week. I was a
Yeah,
little worried he
it
wouldn't
went well last
appreciate it,
week.
but I
So
liked it. Audible, we got the Legends in the Making, Felix Hernandez IP auto matches the short. I know I've shown it, but like, it's a card worth being card of the week twice.
yeah, it's beautiful. So
It matches the short. He just got inducted to the Mariners Hall of Fame. You know what? It's worth it. It's worth having the number two.
yeah, agreed.
And now we got the new segment, the MLB Wardle player. We each get, we each come up with a player, put their name into the custom Wardle filter, send it to the other guy. We go one at a time, and we keep a tally of who wins. We'll
Justin is
do
currently up 1-0.
currently up 1-0. I think it should be first to 10 wins. And so that will count as a tally win. And then we'll just reset it again.
Okay.
Hmm. And it has to be a current MLB player. Can't be a minor league player, can't be retired. Agreed?
Yep. Agreed.
I came up with mine. I'm sending it to you. So you're gonna share your screen when you do it too.
Yep.
And then you get 3 questions, yes or no questions. And after your fourth guess, the other person has to tell you the team. So technically 4 questions and one's preset out after a certain amount of questions.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Is the audio fine or is it just like a little lapse?
No, that was just a little lapse. We're good.
Okay. Has to be yes or no questions.
Okay. Nope. All right.
That's
I don't know
another one.
why
That's just
that.
like a random guy.
I don't know why my mind went there, but I was like, all right, let's go. First guy I think of here. All right. All right. Now I'm just stuck on the Padre or the Angels for some reason.
I might have made it too long of a name, which will make it like, I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yeah, if I because the thing is if I can get out of this first guess, like I can start getting somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh,
I thought you were going to go for Spencer Strider when you type in Spencer.
no, not long enough.
Just add a Y and just guess for letters low key. Oh, he doesn't want to do that.
We'll go with that.
Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman. All right.
Almost everything was at least in it. Bro
Okay.
loves Adley Rutschman.
Shout out. Okay. That was a good. That was a shot. All right.
Trying to place letters. I don't hate it. Do you like the getting the team after your
Yeah.
fourth guess, or do you think it should be third?
Let's go after the fourth. We'll go team after the fourth.
Okay. And then you can use your questions at any time.
Okay. Am
Has
I
to be yes or
looking
no, though.
am I looking for an outfielder?
Yes and no. He can play outfield, but he doesn't always play outfield.
Okay.
Like that's like I feel like that's the only way I can answer that. I mean, like some days he's in the outfield, some days he's not. That was a good thought.
Because, does play outfield sometimes. Not all the
Hmm.
time.
Plays outfield most of the time, I feel like. We play um Jamir Candelario at first a good amount.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Has he been
believe
any
it or not.
good?
He's been amazing since he got traded. Like his first few games, like he was hitting like over 700 for us in his first like 5, 6 games.
Okay. Let's just get something out the way here. I just haven't been able to place any other letters. This is the tough part.
Again, another good guess.
Dang. This is tough.
On the Baltimore Orioles. And I'll give you something. You've used every letter in his name. So all like the ones, wait. Yeah. So like the Q. Oh no, you've used Q. Okay, never mind. Okay, I got confused about the darken and the light gray letters on your thing.
Hmm.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. You do have two more questions.
Yep. So he's an outfielder sometimes on the Orioles. Is this guy known for being a speed threat?
No, I want to say he's known for it.
Okay. Was this guy a recent acquisition for the Orioles?
Not recently. He's been on the team for like before this season. He wasn't like super recent.
Okay. Okay.
I'll give you like he wasn't acquired in the middling level recently. Like he's a younger guy. I'll give you that because I don't know how to like because he might have been traded as a prospect that I don't really know about.
Okay. Sure. But
But he's a younger guy who's like spent his whole career with the Orioles. I'll give you that. I feel
younger
like
guy,
that's
whole
a way to
career.
answer the question fairly.
Gunnar
I will
Henderson
be
pitched.
honest. I wouldn't know if Gunnar Henderson was traded to the Orioles.
Yeah. Not Jorge Mateo, not Cedric Mullins, not Austin Hayes. Not
It can't be a prospect, remember?
No, no, that was simply for this. I needed something.
Dude, I don't know if you're gonna get like part of this game and challenge is like the luck of getting the letters in the right spot.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll be honest. You can't go on your phone after I tell you this. I picked this guy because I saw a play of him on social media right before we started recording. You can't go on your phone and look. But knowing that, like, maybe you saw it before we started recording too.
No, I've been off social media pretty much all day today, so that's tough. All right. All right. I concede.
Brian Montcastle. He had
Uh,
an unassisted double play.
nice. Good for him.
Wait, type it in. Type it in. See if I spelled it right.
Yep.
Yep. You
All
didn't
right.
actually win.
Nope.
That was kind of rude. You have to let me share my screen
Yep.
for hints.
And then I'll also give you a Wordle. Let's see what we got going here. What can we do here?
I think I'm gonna win.
Are you sure about that one, Chief?
I do think I'm gonna win. I'll be honest.
What makes you say that?
Well, I'm 1-0 in this. All signs point to a win.
No, no, fair. Okay. All right. 1 second. Let me.
Let's get it going.
All right. There you go. All right.
Okay,
You gotta share your screen here.
I will once I get it up, bro. Okay. So my monitor that I got is like really bright, so it's somewhat hard to see the how long the name is without anything in it. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. Okay, longer than Joe Adele. Longer than Chris Bryant. I'm gonna do Chris Bryant T. Dang. Okay, that's actually really disappointing. Shorter than Anthony Rizzo. We'll do Anthony Riz. Wow. Wow, I'm not doing great.
You're all welcome to ask your questions whenever you
Is
want.
he a position player?
He is.
Okay. No need to guess any pictures. Nolan Jonesy. Come on, dude. I can't do any greens. Oh, wow. I'm starting to think I'm not going to get it.
You're missing one letter, maybe two.
All right. Got most of the letters, but without greens, I can't think of nothing.
I will give you the player on the after the next go.
Not quite Ellen De La Cruz, but let's send it.
All right. This player plays for the Dodgers.
Okay. Not even close. Okay, I know it can't be this, but like, surely I get some green. I can't do it though. Like, I gotta do something that actually has a chance of being. Dude, I was so confident it was JD. I'm gonna add the Y and do it. Dude, I was confident. I still have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's on the Dodgers. Is he an infielder?
He is not.
Okay, so he's an outfielder. That's not a question. That's me stating that. Right?
Yeah, it's you stating that.
Okay.
If you want to ask that as your question, you can. But
Okay, now you're making me think it like oh, he could be a catcher. Who's the catcher? Will Smith. It can't be him. Who's in the outfield? Who's in the outfield?
I'll throw you a bone here. I was listening to a podcast earlier today that you might just happen to listen to, and
Which podcast?
he was mentioned on that.
Which podcast?
Just baseball.
Not watched that one in a while. Oh, it's an out because JD Martinez. It has to be an outfielder.
Mm-hmm.
Does he start?
Let's see. Yes,
Okay, so they have Mookie. Who else is in the outfield? Chris Taylor? No. Is he?
the starter. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Dude, who's in that outfield? Why am I blanking?
Let's put it this way: you can't go cheap, but he is in their starting lineup tonight.
In the starting lineup tonight. Oh, is it James Ottman? Oh, 100% has to be.
Yeah,
Bang!
that clue kind of gave it away, but yeah.
A little bit. I'm up 2-0, maybe.
Yeah, after probably the most generous clue I could give, but yeah,
I gave you some generous clues.
he had a highlight. Half of the Orioles have had a highlight in the past 2 days.
No, but I said today, really, because I saw it today. Like, if you were on social media and you saw it, it could have been a dead giveaway had you been on
Yeah,
social media, which goes to show you should be on social media.
yeah, no, not happening.
Come on, you know you wanna.
All right, you ready? So today we are talking about play teams that are on the cusp of the playoffs. And we're like, guys, I mean, do we think they can make it? I mean, what are we looking at with these teams? So the first team on our list is the Cincinnati Reds, who May and June, hottest team in baseball by a wide margin. Ellie De La Cruz was the next greatest thing to ever happen to baseball. Since then, they've cooled off, but overall, still been a pretty darn good year. All things considered, the situation that they're in, the division that they're in, the momentum that they're.
Dude, their division is a toss up. The NL Central is a toss up between the Brewers, Reds, and Cubs.
It really is.
Just like the
They are
Mariners
now,
division is a toss up between the Mariners, Astros, and Rangers.
yeah, they're all those three are all within two, but the Reds are 4 games back of the Brewers for first place, while the Cubs are 2.5 back. So that kind of gives you an idea of how close that division is.
Are the Reds in the playoffs as of right now? I don't quite remember. Do they hold a wild card spot? I know the Cubs do, and I
They
believe
are
the Cubs
one
hold the
game
second
back.
one.
They are in 8th place. They are 1 game back
Okay.
of the Giants, while the D-backs are a half a game back of the Giants.
Okay, so they're not even the first team out right now. They're the second team out.
By half a game.
Okay, here's my take.
All right, talk to me.
As good as they have been lately, they do not have pitching, and pitching is what helps you in the long run. And so, as good as the Red season has been, they should have bought more pitchers at the deadline. And since they didn't, I think they will fall short of the playoffs. I just feel like momentum's not in their corner anymore. I feel like they didn't go out and buy what they needed. They just stuck with what they have, and what they have is just not enough right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna say the Reds will miss the playoffs by 1 to 5 games.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ellie De La Cruz has cooled off.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's
mean, the
still a
one
stud, but he's not an MVP
the
caliber
one guy
player
that
right
you
now.
couldn't have cool off did, which is really unfortunate.
It's a shame.
Um, I don't know, because they have, some guys that, have seen a massive step up. Andrew Abbott, 24 years old, a 1.8 F4, 2.9 ERA, 2.99 ERA, strike 26, almost 27% strikeout rate. The
He's
guy
like their
does
only good pitcher, though.
it's which is the problem. But I think this season has provided a lot to be hopeful for.
Hmm.
Um, Hunter Green win healthy across 76 innings, 30% strikeout rate.
If healthy, he's never healthy anymore.
No, unfortunately, he isn't. But I think there's a lot of options. Nick Lodolo, we're waiting for him to get back. Um, that's a guy that I've never really had major injury concerns about yet. But praying and hoping that he gets back healthy.
Hmm.
But on the whole, it just doesn't feel like this team is ready just yet. Like,
It's not.
give him another year, and then we're gonna be ready to go.
I agree.
Next team on our
Let's
list. Oh,
like let's stay in the NL Central. Let's just go and talk about the Cubs. I mean,
okay, sure.
it's the summer of Mike Tauchman, baby. It's a
Amen.
Mike Tauchman summer.
Yeah, that it is. That it is.
The Chicago Cubs, man, my squad, my man. They have the pitching. They got my boy Justin Steele, all star. It's a signed photo. I don't care that you can't see it. He's a star. That one says first all star game, too. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
They have a weak starting rotation. I mean, I'll say it. Their rotation, much better than the Reds. Not super reliable. Marcus Stroman is out indefinitely. My guess is if he does come back this year, it will be at the playoffs. I don't think he'll come back before the playoffs. In all honesty, I don't think he will come back this season at all. I'm not confident in not remembering what his injury is, but it's one that usually shuts down a pitcher for a season, let alone coming this late into the season. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and assume Stroman's done for the year. That leaves. Let me pull it up so I get the rotation right. I swear to this, Tommy, if you say it before me, I'm gonna be pissed.
Marcus Stroman has a
No,
wrist
dude,
cartilage fracture.
I said don't. I said don't.
I thought you were looking at the act. I thought you were looking at the Cubs pitching rotation. Jeez.
I am, so don't say it.
No, I was talking about Marcus Stroman.
It
He's a,
goes Justin
he's,
Steele. Let's see. Actually, let me think about this. Okay, yeah, Justin Steele, James Tyone, Kyle Hendricks, Javier Assad, and Drew Smiley. That's pretty weak. But then the bullpen is pretty solid. You got Jose Tice, who's been solid, Michael Rucker, who's good, Henry Wazensky, who struggled as a starter, Mark Little Jr., who's been really good, and you got Adbert Alzaway, who's been a top 5 closer this year. Don't quote me on that, because you know I'm right. Then at catchers, you got Jan Gnomes and Miguel Amaya, solid. First base, you got Jameer Candelario, Cody Bellinger, and Patrick Wisdom. That's pretty good. Second base, you got my guy Nico Horner holding it down. Gold glover. Third base, you got Nick Madrigal / Morel / Candelario. Shortstop, you got Dansby Swanson, all star. Left field, we got Ian Happ. Center field, we got Mike Tauchman. It's a Mike Tauchman summer. Right field, you got Seiya Suzuki or Christopher Morel, and then DH, you usually have Morel or Bellinger. I mean, it's a solid squad. It's a squad that is going to win the division. Wee. I always make TikToks about my hot takes. Here we go. We got another one. Every episode we have a just normal hot take. Cubs win the division by 3 games. Brewers barely make the wild card as the
no,
third wild card
I still
team.
think the Brewers take this division.
Nuh-uh.
It's the definition of
Nuh-uh.
inconsistency up in Milwaukee.
Nuh-uh. Cubs are taking the division. It's a Mike Tauchman summer.
Yeah, and by the time
Cubs
it comes down to
win
crunch time,
the
it's not going to be
division.
summer anymore, and Mike Tauchman's going to cool off.
Cubs win the division. Say it with me now. Cubs win the division. Cubs win the division. Cubs win the division.
The Cubs
Cubs win the division.
have been an electric team this season. They've been a fun team to follow. They've been a fascinating case study. But this team is based on a lot of hopes and prayers.
And those hopes and prayers are being answered.
by a guy in Mike Talkman who is 32 and has a career batting average of what?
I don't care what his batting average throughout his career is. Right now, it matters about
243.
his season. This
Also,
season's
this
all that
pitching
matters right now.
stinks. The starting
You
pitching
said
stinks.
you said Cody Bellinger would suck for us. I said he couldn't bring back his MVP stance. Guess what? He brought back his MVP performance. He's playing like a top 10 player in baseball right now.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
not
mean,
like throughout his
100%.
not throughout his full season. I wouldn't say. He's had his ups, he's had his downs,
Yeah.
but like this summer, he's been a top 10 player. He's been must watch baseball.
So let's say that Marcus Stroman doesn't come back. You have Justin Steele, you have Kyle Hendricks, and then the fall off is massive in that rotation.
Javier Assad has been solid in his last few starts, but it is still a big drop. Don't know how much I trust him in the playoffs. I mean, he's a young guy
He's a young guy who has 25 innings on him. He's
as a
gone five
starter. As
deep.
a starter,
Yeah, he's gone
he
five
has.
deep, 5 starts.
Mhm.
I don't
He's
love it.
been he's been solid. He's been solid. He went like 6 or 7 one hit game against a team. I think a team the other night. Like he's
But
been good.
I am, if I can avoid it, I am never giving the ball to Jameson Tyone in a playoff game.
Yes, I don't trust him in the playoffs. I don't trust him. Period. I was excited about this. I thought he'd be good. He has been
Five five
ugly.
six ERA. Like,
Here's the thing: call up Ben Brown. Ben Brown. It's. I think he should get a shot.
let's see, what is Ben Brown? Let's look at Ben Brown's numbers this year.
Okay, I'll pull up where he is on the top prospects.
All right. While you're doing that, I got his actual stats. 8-7, 3.81 ERA, 212 against, 131 whip. I don't mind giving him a chance. September call up, call of the day. I don't mind it.
He's one of our top prospects.
Still leaves a little bit
Obviously,
room to a little bit, a little bit to be desired. But other than that,
he is the number 91 prospect and the Cubs' number 5 prospect. You can maybe give Cade Horton a chance. He's a year younger. He's on number 2, the number 30 in MLB. His stats are 3-4 with a 2.9 ERA, 101 Ks, opponent's rating 196. I don't love that idea. He's in AA right now. I
yeah,
would just I would save him.
he's a 22-year-old in Double A. I'm not messing with his development.
Mhm. Ben Brown, who's 23 in AAA, I think he deserves a shot, man. I mean, let's look at his last 10 games. Okay, he's been struggling in his last 10.
Yeah,
His
I
last
don't think
10, he
this
has a
team isn't ready.
5.49 ERA. Okay, maybe don't call him up.
The Cubs are not ready.
In his last 30 games, he's been all right. It gets better. Okay,
Um,
I don't know. Maybe
I don't
I
know.
think you give him a chance. I think you give him a chance. I mean, we need the help. I mean, let's look at the top 30.
The Cubs like team put together is really weird because it's a terrible combination of old and young. It's
Jordan Wicks, our number 10 prospect. He's 23 in AAA. He has a 3.55 ERA. He's 7-0. Maybe give him a chance instead.
the
Point.
older guys are a scrap heap of older guys. The younger guys are whatever is left of that farm system. I don't even know. The team is weird. It really is just a weird team. I don't feel great about them whatsoever. The Brewers, I know exactly what I'm getting. That team doesn't change year over year. It's
Yeah, but it's also
impressive,
never
honestly.
consistently good. They always get bounced round one.
They still win
They're
the division.
consistent, but they're consistently as mid as possible
They consistently win the division. That's as far as I'm taking
because
it.
the
Is they win the
division has
division.
sucked in past years. This is the best the Cubs have been since they have won the division.
Yeah, probably.
So, like, this is the hardest the Brewers will have to fight to keep the division theirs. I don't think they can do it. They've been consistently not that great. And they've been in one of the worst divisions in baseball. And so people think, oh, the Brewers might be legit. Always get bounced round one. No, I'm not saying the
Mhm.
Cubs are going to win in the playoffs. Anything can happen. They're probably going to get bounced round one, assuming they win the division. NL Central is weak. I'm all for that. I think the Cubs will take it because I think the Cubs are consistently better, have a better ceiling than the Brewers. The Brewers might be more consistent, but the Cubs have a higher high. So I think the Cubs are going to take it. That does not mean I think the Cubs are going to win the
Yeah.
playoffs. I mean, maybe if they play the Brewers in the playoffs, maybe. Probably won't happen though. Depends who they
Mhm.
play. Cubs will most likely get bounced round one. But I
Yeah.
do think they're going to take the division. Give
I
fans something to
can't
be
see that.
excited about.
There is something to be excited about in Seattle, or in
In
Chicago, but nothing
Chicago, bro.
in
Come
Chicago,
on.
but nothing yet.
There's something to be excited about in Seattle right now.
One other guy though, before we get to that, one guy for the Brewers that I'm really looking forward to growing is Sal Frelick. Has been amazing.
Mid.
Across 26 games already, his walk rate is higher than his K rate by 4%. So the guy draws walks like no one else. I love this guy. This is a guy that I've been watching a lot already, and I'm looking forward to seeing him grow.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
All right, where are we going next, Justin? Where are you taking your wrong opinions next?
My wrong. You mean my right opinions?
Your opinions. That's fair. At bottom line, they are your opinions. I can't
Let's
speak.
talk D backs. And dude, you
Same
probably
exact
had this
question.
idea for an episode, but I want to do an episode for September call ups because right now I'm gonna go to the D backs. I'm gonna look at their process and be like, who should they call up for September?
He's about to say, check this out. He's about to say Alan Melendez.
I'm I was considering it, but it's you don't want to mess with him right now. Like he's having a great season. I think he's cooled off a bit. I'm not gonna say him.
Wow,
Although, I mean,
character development.
I wouldn't, but like if you really wanted to, you can maybe do it. He's hitting
No,
244 in his last 10.
no,
I
don't,
wouldn't, but
don't,
it's an
don't
option.
touch it. Don't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
It's an option, but it's not the right one. Okay?
Geraldo Perdomo has cooled off considerably, so I think Jordan Lawler's stage is set.
Jordan Lawler, 100% is one I was going to say, and without a doubt. His last 10, you got to see for September clubs, you got to look at the last 10, see like they're struggling. Their whole season numbers to look good, but if they're struggling in the last 10, they're not going to get it. And his last 10, he's slugging 611, batting 278 with on base percentage of 391. He has two stolen bases, two home runs, uh, 5 hits in
Nine
18
ribbies.
at bats,
Yeah,
11,
that's the right
11
move
total bases.
because Geraldo Perdomo has disappeared off the face of the earth for some
Mhm.
reason. And unless you're planning on playing Nick Ahmed as a, in clutch time,
Honestly, Lalo should be on the majors right now. But then the rest of the top 11, the 10 after Lalo, none of them are in AAA. But if they need pitching, Yumin Lee, he's in AA. He's doing all right there. We've seen a lot of success from pulling pitchers from AA in the major leagues this year, especially with the Mariners. They had Bryce Miller, Brian Moon, Emerson Hancock. They all came straight from AA. They all performed well
this guy hasn't
before
pitched at Double A yet, though.
Hancock. Who?
Oh no, what? Okay, no, I was reading that wrong. Sorry, but I don't know. I don't feel great about it though. I'll be honest.
No, I don't feel great about it, but he's an option. There's also Dominic Fletcher, the number 12. He's in AAA. I don't love that idea.
Yeah.
He's 20.
Um,
Like, they don't really need an outfield. He's been up for a little bit this year. He's not up right now.
I could use him in left.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we go back down, then it's either they're
If
like,
you look at this team, it's not that good. I don't
mhm.
know how this team has succeeded.
I would
They're
say the best options would be Jordan Lawler and Dominic Fletcher, or Jordan Lawler and Yumin Lin.
let's see. They're in between the Guardians and the Pirates when it comes to WAR. They are below the Marlins, the Mets, the Angels, the Red Sox. The best team they are above is the Reds actually, who also stink when it comes to WAR.
Yeah.
So this team isn't ready yet. This was a great gap year, and it showed what Corbin Carroll especially can be. But this team is nowhere near ready yet.
I agree.
This next year is going to be a year where they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to make some noise. Heck, they might get. They might. I mean, we could play around with them winning the division next year,
Hot take.
depending on how things
I don't
fold out
hate it though.
unfold in the off season. If they can, get some pieces together, getting Eduardo Rodriguez would be like a dream for me. For like if I, if I'm the GM of the Diamondbacks, and if I get Eduardo Rodriguez
That'd
and
be
I have
huge. I can't even lie.
if I get and I have him, Zach Gallen, and Merrill Kelly, like that's
That's
a
pretty good.
three-headed monster that I feel great about running into like I'm charging into the postseason with that pitching staff, feeling really good about myself.
I agree.
But that's the dream. Other than that, I mean, get some pitching going. Don't screw it up. I'll put it this way. World Series contention is 2 years away. Don't screw it up. Is that fair?
That is fair.
That's really
Let's
the
talk.
job of this farm system.
Let's talk Seattle Mariners. They're
Second
on a
hottest team in
hot
baseball.
streak like no other.
Second hottest team in baseball.
Now let's look at for the September call-ups because that's just around the corner. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know if we can even get an episode out by then for September call-ups for September hits. I mean, it might be close. We could probably do it. They're one. Their prospects 1 through 13 are all in Double A or below. Besides Emerson Hancock, who was in the MLB but was just put on the 60-day IL. None
Yeah,
of
and
their
they're
top
none of
prospects
their
are like
guys are
MLB
ready.
ready or even close.
The first is Tyler Locklear, who
Who's in? No, Tyler Locklear's in High A.
who's in high A. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Class
they have like
Jonathan
Jonathan Clase, who's in Double A. He's hitting 249 through on the season. Let's look at his stats in Double A.
227.
227,
Yeah, no.
not good enough to call him up.
It's kind of disappointing, but like, where's the hole?
They don't
Let's
really
walk
have a
through
whole.
this
I mean, they
team.
could use pitching, but it's obvious to me who the call up should be.
No, they don't need
One,
pitching.
100%, the number one 21 prospect, Taylor Dollard.
Yeah.
100% has to be on the call up list. I mean,
I feel like I've seen
I mean,
that
he's
guy
not
for like
playing good in Tacoma this year, but I mean, he was so good last year in Double A. Like, why not give him a shot?
guys
I mean, you
nails,
need
yeah.
the pitching. I get he's not doing great in Tacoma this year, but like, I
He needs
say
to
give
change
him
his
a
scenery at the
shot.
very least. Yeah.
Give him a series. Like,
And the other thing is throw him in the bullpen.
mm-hmm.
There's no need
my
to mess around with it. Throw him in the bullpen and call it a day
my
because
other
all right,
bias pick,
walk through this
Travis
rotation.
Kuhn.
Yeah, that'd be great. Would love
Give him
that.
a shot. Like, he's been pitching well for you. He's in your top. Like, I'll be honest, there might not be room for him on the Mariners in the long run, but like, give
Yeah.
him a shot to prove himself.
Walk
You
through
get
this rotation with me. Luis Castillo was the ace they traded for. Logan Gilbert and George Kirby are the aces they developed. Bryce Miller is becoming really good.
a 2 to 4 they developed.
Brian Wu is a guy that they developed, is about to come back to replace number 6, Emerson Hancock, a guy that they also developed.
But they want to run a 6-man rotation.
Exactly. When they run, I mean, okay. By the
They're
way,
running it now, too. They signed someone today. I'm forgetting Kyle Weaver. They signed him to
shout
an
out the Mariners
MLB
for giving the
contract.
Rockies Chris Flexen,
Yeah.
who actually has been like a Rockies level pitcher this year. So shout out that.
Mm-hmm. I say, dude, a lot of your prospects are just not ready. Like Zach DeLoach is in AAA, but like there's no room for him. You don't really need him.
You don't have a
You
cold
called up
catcher.
Peyton
Don't have a
Marlowe. That's working out great.
Your biggest hole is at second,
Biggest hole's at second.
where it's Jose
Ryan
Caballero and
Bliss.
Colton Wong.
Ryan Bliss. Just traded for him. He's hitting 225 in Tacoma. He has not been playing great in AAA. He's been playing amazing in AA though.
I mean,
I don't know if
you
he's
just traded
struggling
for
in
Josh
AAA. I don't know.
Rojas, but Josh Rojas hasn't been that great thus far this season.
I think you go straight pitching, like you say. We know we have a hole at second. Ryan Bliss is the future second baseman on this team. He needs to stay and develop. We have a hole at second, so let's fill some pitching needs. Let's call up Taylor Dollard and Travis Kuhn, see what they can do. See if we have any more diamonds in the rough that we found so many in our farm system this year. Give them a shot. I think
My
that's what the
biggest concern is
September
second
call up
base.
should be.
Unfortunately, there's
I
just
think it should
nothing
be
there.
Travis and Taylor.
Yeah, that'd
You
be
can make the
great.
argument. You can make the argument for Bliss. I think you give him some more time to develop. Now, if you want to get crazy, Give Cole Young a chance at second.
No,
I know it's outrageous, but he's
the guy
hitting
is
almost
20 years old.
300. Huh? He's
The guy's 20 years old.
20.
Give him some time.
I'm not saying it's a long term solution, but he's mashing in high A. I get that that's high A, but like it's worth a consideration. It's not the right move, but it's low key worth considering. Like
Or do you bring in a vet? Question mark. Do we bring in a vet? I
maybe
mean, are there any other guys out there sitting out there in free agency that just, need a shot?
look at the free agency. I'm looking at the Tacoma Rainiers roster, see if there's any vets I'm not thinking of. They have Sam Haggerty they can recall.
We all like Sam Haggerty.
Hmm. I don't know. I like giving September call-ups to prospects.
Yeah, that's true. Just when there isn't a good one though, like
I think Travis Toon is like the best. Like, I get he's in double A, but again, the Mariners have found so much success at the double A level for pitchers this year. Why not give him a shot? In the bullpen, especially. Dude, he's been electric this year. I mean, 5-2 he's given up less than one hit an inning on average. Opponents hit 250 off him. He has a 1.37 whip. He has a only 20 walks and a 39 Ks.
nice.
Like, give him the shot. He's pitching off his bias, but like there is no better option. Like, I get it. Oh, double A, it's risky call straight from double A, especially for pitchers. But the Mariners have had so much success from it this year. Why not go to it again? Let Travis show you what he can. He had a stint in AAA because their closer got like sick or something. He had like a 0 ERA for a week in AAA, like last year, I believe.
Yeah. I still think the
He's
biggest thing
clicking
that they screwed up.
at the deadline.
True. Still, I think the Mariners are going to be good. They're probably gonna make the ALDS again, but they're nothing farther again because the everybody else is the entire team is streaky when it comes to hitting. The pitching is consistent as can be, but it's a very streaky hitting team, which I don't love.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I agree.
Next, we're gonna go to Boston.
Let's look at their September call-ups possibilities. I'm having really fun with the September call-up possibilities. Can you tell?
Yeah. I got that part. Wasn't that difficult? Wasn't that difficult to see?
Maybe sitting 278 in double A. They don't really have a lot of good ones either.
Sedan Rafaela would be great.
Yeah, I just got to him.
Throw him at shortstop to fix this.
It's
Because
good to
outside of
hear.
that, I like the team.
Yeah, it's solid. I mean, Yoshida probably will win Rookie of the Year. I don't. I gave it to Josh Young on my award winners at that point when I posted it. I gave it to
Josh
Josh
Young
Young.
versus, I mean, it's Josh Young versus Yoshida, right? Pretty much.
I gave it to Josh Young, but it could easily go to Yoshida.
Let's see, what else are we looking at here?
That was a good
Um,
and fun little post I made. It was posted 4 days ago.
this this team is good enough to make this team is good enough to make the playoffs. They won't, but I think there's enough talent on the team to do so.
I agree.
They got good veteran experience in this bullpen. Currently hurt, but Corey Kluber. You also have Nick Pavetta, Garrett Whitlock, Kenley Jansen.
Paxton, they have James Paxton. I don't know if they start him or use him as a bullpen.
No, he's the starter for them.
Okay. He's been reviving his career this year with them.
Sale, but you have Sale, Paxton, and Sale and Paxton, who are on the older side. I don't love that, but then you got Brian Bello and Tanner Houck, who I love. I don't know who this Cutter Crawford kid is. I say that he's 27. 6-6, 3.66 ERA, solid consistency. I like it. I can work with
You
that.
know what's crazy?
What's up?
What do you think the Braves' biggest weakness is? I would say like bullpen pitching, which is
Bullpen?
it's not
Yeah.
the top 7 prospects are all right-handed pitchers.
Wait, what?
I just randomly flipped on that and that I noticed that. And
What
then
the
and then
what?
get this. 8 and 9 are infielders, and then number 10 is another right-handed pitcher. So 8 of the top 10 prospects are pitchers.
And their top 10 prospect, it okay, he's not been great at AAA. Man, this guy has gone from high A to AAA in a season. Good for him. At 22.
It's impressive.
Guy pitched for him earlier. He had 4 starts for the Braves earlier this year.
I just noticed that, and I think that's kind of crazy.
By the way, shout out
Like their
Hurston
their
Waldrop.
biggest weakness is what they're most filled
Yeah.
with in the minors.
I look forward to Hurston Waldrop being up.
Dude,
Shout out, go Gators.
dude, the Braves are in a position to be one of the best dynasties ever.
If they can keep the team together, if they can keep the boys in town, yes.
Well, think about it. Oh, Braves roster with contracts because they have most of their guys locked up for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're not remembering. Austin
Because
Riley, free agent in 2034. Matt Olson, 2031. Ronald Acuna, 2029. Spencer Strider, 2030. Sean Murphy, 2030. Michael Harris, 2033. Marcelo Zuna, 2026.
the only problem with
Wes
with that list is Sean Murphy.
2026.
The only one I
Charlie
don't like on
Morton,
that list is Sean Murphy.
2025. Ozzy Albies, 2028. You gotta go on like that's all of the main guys are all locked up until pretty much 2030 at the soonest. They are locked up for a long time on like team friendly deals too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it, the Braves might have the best owner. Liberty Media, they do a
They do
good
it
job.
right, I'll tell you what. I mean, also their ability to find guys too.
Dude,
'Cause they have a
the
bunch of
Braves front office
random.
and owner is what every team should strive to be like. Like they've done everything right. They've found guys, they've made the moves, they've
Yeah.
spent the money. Like they are good now, and they will consistently be good.
The one piece we're missing, or the only piece we're missing, is Ozzy Albies. Ozzy Albies comes back. That team is top to bottom the best lineup in baseball.
I think they're winning the World Series this year.
Let's break down this depth chart, right?
They have the MVP this year.
Yeah.
I would say Acuna is the MVP.
I don't see who else it would be, to be honest with you. I mean, hate to say it, but like who else would it be?
I mean, Corbin Carroll cooled off a little too much to be still in like the conversation. He's still top 7, like I predicted, though.
Yeah, probably.
I think he is.
Um,
He was in the top 7 for long enough to make my take valid.
so we got obviously Spencer Strider. I hate to say it, who has not been great. Like the guy strikes out people more than anybody else, but his ERA is nothing. I mean, is nothing superb. He has a 3.57.
Yeah,
Like those two don't line up. It's such a weird thing.
they don't. I'll be honest. I agree.
Max Fried. Love Max Fried. Charlie Morton. Good consistency. That's another one where it's like Charlie Morton is going to get you in and day out. He's going to get you, only 3, 4, 5 runs, and that's it. And with that offense, I'm not concerned about that. You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
And Bryce Elder is a guy that they've developed. He's going to be special as time goes on. Again, 3.46. This team is very good at getting guys within in the mid threes of ERA. Um, but like I love Raisel Iglesias and I like AJ Minter, but Kirby Yates hasn't been, Kirby Yates, but how's AJ Minter been actually?
I think he's been solid.
4-2. He's been a 4-2. So yeah, the bullpen's the only piece that really needs work. But I mean, you break this lineup down: Sean Murphy, All Star; Matt Olson, All Star; Ozzy Albies, All Star; Austin Riley, All Star; Orlando Arcia. He got an All Star nod, right?
Yeah, I don't think he really deserved it though.
Eddie Rosario, baseline. You know, in other years could have been an All Star. Michael Harris, All Star; Ronald Acuna, MVP; Marcelo Zuna, All Star.
Hmm.
There is not a hole on this team outside of a third, like another great reliever would be great, like Raisel Iglesias on the season. On the season for Raisel Iglesias, 2.95 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, so he's been superb. Um, and Kirby Yates has been great, but I mean, we shall see what the rest of that lineup, what the rest of that thing can do, because I don't really love the rest of the bullpen. So we
Still,
fix
dude,
that, and that
it's
team,
a great team.
they're the easiest pick to win the World Series.
I think they're the right pick.
Yeah. All right. Padres.
Dude, want even all the Padres at
I
this
don't
point. Like
know
the fact they're still contending for a playoff spot is insane.
because
So
they
like I
stink.
feel like all we've seen is like negative stuff coming from them.
They're fourth place in the division and competing for a wild card.
I don't
The
think
only
they're
team
gonna
that
make it. Like the best September call up, if you're only basing off one in call up from AAA, is gonna be the number 14 prospect Guy Rosario, who's an infielder, which I would say is the last thing they really need.
with Bogarts
He's
and
already
all that.
he's already been
Yeah,
called up for the majors for a bit. He only hit 207 games.
exactly.
I mean, it's not a huge sample size though.
Team's not ready. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I don't even think we need to spend time on it. I mean, I just want to say Ethan Salas being called up to Double A is
Is
stupid.
absurd.
He was hitting 267 in high in single A. He's 17, he was not quite ready for it. And then in
Kid
high
hasn't
A, he
grown.
was hitting
Kid hasn't grown
200.
facial hair yet. Like
That's not true. He has facial hair.
he does. All right.
He has a
You
mustache.
get my point though.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be a stud, but like he was hitting 200 in high A. He was not ready to be called up. Like he's 17. Give him some time. He's 17. If he's up in 2 years, you're still getting him at as a teenager. Like, give him time to develop.
Yeah.
Stop rushing him.
The other thing is like, like you have no other long-term plans at catcher.
Like, just let him develop.
Your best catchers are Gary Sanchez or Luis Campusano,
Luis Campusano could be solid.
who could be solid. But when you got Ethan Salas, I'm not, that's not the long-term solution. Your long-term solution
No,
is sitting there waiting for you to call him up.
yeah, but that doesn't mean to call him up too fast. Like,
Exactly. By the
okay,
way, shout out
don't hate on my
Haseom
guy
Kim.
Luis Campusano. He's 24. He's hitting 295 this year with four
Mm-hmm.
home runs and 88
No,
at bats. Like
the
he's
only
been
real hole is Trent Grisham. The only real hole is Trent Grisham and Jake Cronenworth. That's the other one. Sorry.
but
Rest
like
in peace. That 1 year of good. I mean, but the pitching hasn't been superb. Josh Hader has been Josh Hader and will continue to be Josh Hader.
the Padres are not ready to compete. It's as simple as that.
How are you going to improve your team in the offseason and not make the playoffs after making it to the NLCS?
I don't know, but they're just not a playoff team this year.
Yep. All right. Last one.
Last one.
The last team is the Philadelphia Phillies.
I think they will sneak into the playoffs. I'll be honest.
Bryson Stott has been absurd. That's all I
Hmm.
got to say. His Bryson Stott has been magical.
Indeed.
Um, is Trey Turner finally figuring himself out?
I think he is.
Last 7 days, 6 for 24. Two homers, two ribbies, two walks, six strikeouts.
And you know who your September call-ups are for them?
Who?
I would say Mick Bell. He's in Double A. He's 22. Give him a little time, and then we'll be. He's kind of struggling this year. Let's look at Andrew Painter. He's younger and doing better. He's 6-2 with a 1.56 on the year. In Double A, he has a 2.53, 5.4. He's 20. Why not give him a little bit of time just for September?
Yeah, and your
Doesn't
biggest hole
necessarily have to
is
make the playoff roster.
your biggest
I say
hole is
give him a
Kyle
shot.
Schwarber.
Huh?
Your biggest hole is Kyle Schwarber,
Yeah, the biggest soul slash over. So then
who
their
like
other
no one
September
can
call up
I can't
should be
figure out what's
Simon
going on.
Muzziotti.
I can't figure out what's going on with Kyle Schwarber.
He has a great eye. He walks a lot, but he just when he hits the ball, he hits it to the other team.
Yeah, or into the stands.
Yeah. I mean, it's home run, walk, or out.
Which is pretty much exactly what the game has devolved into.
Yeah.
But Craig Kimbrell was all-star, won the game, finished the game off the NL. 312.96 whip. Great, right? Um, let's see. Nope. Sir Anthony Dominguez 411. Jose Alvarado 138 across 138 ERA. Not against very much. 28 innings pitched, 28 and 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, not no. He just came back. That was the problem. Is he went on the IL again. But he just came back the other day.
All right.
He hasn't played that
He's
much. So
back.
I don't know. Do they make it? That's the question here.
I think they do. I think they do. I think they get the last spot.
Let's see. They have the first. They hold the first spot.
They have the first spot right now.
Yeah, they're up 3 on the Cubs.
Okay, yeah, no, I think they win the wild card. I think they're number one wild card team. I didn't realize they were so high up. But only
Yeah,
3.
no.
Yeah, but the Cubs only like game and a half back from their division. So the Cubs aren't chasing the Phillies for the wild card. The Cubs are chasing the Brewers for the division.
Yes.
So like technically the Cubs are not the Phillies' number one threat to take the wild card spot. Because the Cubs are more likely to win the division than pass the Phillies and be the number one wild card team.
By that logic, then it's the Giants.
Yeah. By logic, I mean, like, just think about it. The Brewers and the Cubs would have to pass up the Phillies in record.
And I don't think
I
that's
don't think
happening.
both teams do it. I think maybe one of them could.
One or
They
the
would win the
other is
division.
going to, but I mean, I guess iron sharpens iron. Maybe both do it.
I don't think so. I
I
think
was gonna
just one
say
of them will
maybe,
beat
but
them.
like I don't
I
feel
think
great about that.
one of them will beat them, if not either. Like the Phillies could just be better than both teams.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
Like
I feel like they're a more steady team.
I don't think that. Like I think the Phillies have the number one playoff spot locked up.
Quite possibly, yeah.
I mean,
Do you want to just give a
the
quick?
Cubs are chasing the division, not the wild card.
All right, since we're here, do you want to just give a quick breakdown of the standings? We just give our just baseline predictions for the rest of the wild card at the moment.
Let's do it. That's a good way to end the episode.
I think so. All right, so I think this is how it stays: Rays, Astros, Mariners.
Rays end up taking the division.
Whoa,
Wait, who are they behind?
the Orioles.
How many games?
They're
It's only
behind
by
the
like
Orioles
a couple
in
games. Yeah, it's
3.
only 3 games.
Oh,
Rays
I think the
Rays
Orioles are
take
the better
Pat
team.
Rays win the division. I'm not necessarily the Rays are the better team. Rays take the division.
Let's
So
put it
then
this way:
wild card will
AL
be
East, AL
Orioles.
East second place. AL East second
Huh?
place is in first in the wild card.
Mm-hmm. Rays take the division. Orioles wild card. Mariners wild card. And then Rangers wild card. Rangers above the Mariners. I think the Astros will end up taking the division.
Okay, I can get behind that.
And for NL, Phillies, Phillies, Brewers, Giants. Again, I think the Cubs take the division.
Phillies, NL Central win or NL Central loser, NL Central second place, and then Giants. Yeah,
Yeah.
give me the Diamondbacks.
I just don't know if they're just so young. I don't know if they got it in them.
Pretty sure their schedule against is pretty easy.
True.
That's why I said that in the first place. I don't know it for sure, but I'm pretty sure the schedule is pretty easy the rest of the way out.
I think the Mariners schedule is really easy too. So I think
Yeah.
like they could have a shot at the division. They're only like what 2 games back from the division. The Mariners could come in and steal it.
D-backs one more against Texas, who they've already taken one from. Four against Cincy, three in LA, three hosting Baltimore, three hosting Colorado, four in Chicago, four in New York against the Mets, three hosting Chicago, two hosting San Francisco, three in New York, three in New York against the Yankees, three in New York or three in Chicago against the White Sox, and then three hosting Houston. I don't love that schedule.
I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, if they play like they are right now, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean, they
that's
did
that's,
just
that's the
sweep
D
Houston.
backs.
They
That's
did
the
just sweep Houston.
that's the D back schedule.
Oh, I thought we were talking Mariners schedule.
Yeah, I can give you the Mariners schedule.
That's my apologies. I thought we were talking about
Um,
the Mariners and their quest for the division, saying they could go and steal it.
Mariners tonight and tomorrow
White
afternoon
Sox.
against the White Sox. Three hosting
Then
Kansas
it's the
City,
Royals.
three hosting Oakland,
Oh,
three
Oakland
in
comes and then the
three
Royals come.
yes, three oh
Okay.
yep. Three hosting or three in Queens, three in Cincy, four in Tampa, three hosting LA, three hosting the other LA, three in Oakland, three in Texas, three hosting Houston, four hosting Texas to end it.
I mean,
It's a
that's
very
not horrible.
it's a very winnable schedule. And with Texas, Houston, Texas left, like to end the season, that's how you win divisions. If you win that stretch, that's how you win
They
divisions right there.
It's not outrageous to say the Mariners could win the division. I think
I
at
want
this
it to be
point,
more
it's the
outrageous than it
first
is.
time since like early 2000s. It's not outrageous to say the Mariners have a shot at the division.
Yeah.
Like the Astros, I would still say like when healthy is the better team, but like they've just been hurt. Like they're not playing at their full power. Like if they were playing as good as they could be, we would not have swept them, but we
Mm-hmm.
did.
Let's hear. Then this is the Reds. Okay, they have a 4 game set against the Angels. We'll see how that spins out. It's supposed to be in LA, but I mean, first off, prayers to all the people out in LA. Hurricanes are no joke. So they got four in LA, four in Arizona, three in San Francisco, four hosting Chicago, three hosting Seattle, three hosting St. Louis, three in Detroit, three in Queens, three hosting the Twins, three hosting the Pirates, two hosting Cleveland, or two visiting Cleveland, and three visiting St. Louis.
It's doable for the playoffs for the wild card. They're
Yeah,
not out of it.
they're not out of it. I think it's that 3 horse race to see who wins that thing. To see who wins that
Mhm.
though. You know what I mean?
It'll be exciting. We got some fun stretch of baseball coming up. We got the race for the playoffs and then the playoffs.
Which is the best part. Playoff baseball is electric.
Obviously.
Um, by the way, can we not discredit the Marlins for a minute here? Game and a half back.
Pish posh. Let's discredit them.
Game and a half back of the Marlins. If everybody can get healthy and figure themselves out, this would be a great team. But that's providing they get healthy and figured themselves out. Braxton Garrett's been superbly consistent. He hasn't been great, hasn't been bad. There's not enough talent on this team to really do it, but it'd be nice if they did.
I agree. I agree.
Shout out Jake Berger.
Yuri Perez has been a dog.
Yuri Perez was a dog, but then they sent him down.
Yeah, they did it for like inning control and stuff. I gotta see him pitch in Seattle, dude. He is amazing.
And he went down for a month.
It was
He's
inning
lost.
control and like contract
Yeah.
manipulation, but like he's a
Yeah.
dog.
He struck out 10 in against the Dodgers on Saturday in a 3-1 loss.
He's good.
Doesn't get 6 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 10 Ks, and they lose the game 3-1. Shout out Miami.
That's the Marlins for you.
Yep. But if they can figure it out, again, it's gonna be great.
Good episode, Tommy. You did great.
That's it. Yeah, I was successful. Good going.
Good job.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always for watching. If you have any other comments or anything else that you feel like you need us to know, anything that we need to keep in mind, anybody that we forgot about, please feel free to let us know. We will see you all next week. Peace.